I'm JR.
And I'm Stacy.
And this is Sparrow's Under Review. At this time, right now, we have King Germ from Pod Saving My Marriage on our little bit we're doing with him for a quick little ad that we're going to throw in our show for him. So, King Germ, please tell us real quick about your new show.
Thank you, JR, for calling me. Well, as far as my new show, it's kind of the same as the old show. If you're not familiar with the old show, we was previously known as the Procast, but we did some rebranding, and now we're showing people how Pod saved our marriage. It's basically, think of all your TV couples. That's what you have with me and my wife. We don't always agree. We disagree most of the time, but that's where the magic comes from. You can catch us every Friday on all DSPs. And hopefully you will come and listen and get entertained by us, and so we can show y'all how we are saving our marriage with podcasting.
I'm JR.
And I'm Stacy.
And this is Sparrow's Under Review. And this is a real serious quick episode for us. And I did say episode for the podcasters and listeners that don't like the way I say episode.
I don't know why you get into that, because when you say episode, you're not saying it any differently than you do any other time. And I feel like you're just doing episode because you did it one time and now everybody thinks you talk like that.
I mean, I sound like Chris Jericho when I say episode.
No, you don't. You don't say it any differently. Like you say it normal.
Okay. Well, there's something that goes on in the world. There's Xbox, there's PlayStation, and there's Nintendo people.
Okay.
In our household, we are divided over two systems. One system is what we fell in love with and what we do all the time, and that's a Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I can say that me and Stacy can get together, or Stacy and I can get together and play Super Mario Party Deluxe. I think that's what it's called.
I don't even remember.
Whatever. We'll call it Super Mario Party
Super
All-Stars.
Mario Party. That's what I call it. Super Mario Party All-Stars.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it. We can play that game, and that game's amazing for us.
Mm-hmm.
We never played it to the fullest length. One night we need to play it to the fullest length. I agree to that. We need to plug it up and just do it.
Yeah, but it makes me so mad whenever we play against the computers, because at the end of that game they always give out those extra stars and we feel cheated
And let them motherfuckers win.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. So the Nintendo's fine. We can find games to play. We found a beautiful game during the pandemic. What was it called?
Was it Hyrule Warriors?
Or was it Fire Emblem?
Fire Emblem. Yeah, because we didn't like the Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors is trash ass. That Fire Emblem Warrior, we was on fire with that thing.
Yeah.
And in the second one, we played it basically after the first one. It's
harder to follow than the first one.
Yeah, that first one was on fire.
Yeah.
And then everything else that everybody else plays, Mario Kart. We like Super Mario 3D Land, but then there comes that Titanic ship that hits the iceberg. Mm. And it's what divides our house. It's the PlayStation and the Xbox. Stacy, tell me about your PlayStation experience.
Well, I am very experienced in PlayStation. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's my system of choice. I had a PlayStation 2, I know for sure. I currently own a PS3, PS4, and a PS5.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Now, you played one game in particular, and you've only played it a few times around me, and it's called Knack.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I don't know much about it at all.
I mean, basically, you're this little character, and you roll over stuff, and you get grow bigger as you roll it over.
Okay.
That's the simplest way to put it. There's, objectives and reasons for doing, and there's a storyline. But I'm the type of person where I like to have a point to the game. I cannot do third-person shooter games. I'm not good at racing vehicles like
Gran Turismo,
Grand Theft Auto, like that GTA 5 that just came out. My nephews can play it better than I can. I can't control the vehicle. Anything that I have to shoot from
first person.
Yeah, I can't play first person.
No Call of Duty.
Yeah, I can't play first person shooter games either. My sister would always beat my butt in GoldenEye, James Bond,
what do y'all call it?
007.
Yeah, 007.
Yeah, the golden gun.
Now, we got that on Xbox now.
We do. So that, I guess, kind of... But anyways, so games that have a point.
Okay.
It gives me objectives of what to do. Hey, you're supposed to do this, and at the end you need to complete this, save the world or whatever.
Yeah, and I remember one game in particular. You do like some of GTA creators games. You like LA Noire.
Yeah, because there was a point to that game.
Story driven and pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you've got an array of other games. You got Hogwarts Legacy. You dabbled into, and then you had this other game. What was it called? It was like Life or something, where you were like the lady went back to the town and she was like
Life of Strange or Life is Strange, something like that.
So quite a few different things.
No, there's another one too. She was a mail lady for the summer.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Not Life is Strange. Life is Strange is we got that on every system, I think. For real.
Yeah, it might be something color. I don't really even know.
I'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Now I guess it's my turn. I'll let you introduce me then.
I mean, what's your game of choice?
Everybody knows that I am an Xbox man.
Mm-hmm.
Started out when I was a freshman in high school. Worked my way to whatever. Splinter Cell's my game. I can play. The problem that I don't have is this. PlayStation and Xbox, you can play pretty much the same amount of games on them.
Okay.
It's the ergonomics. It's the controller. The Xbox controller is smoother to me. And in our household, the Xbox has always been a media player.
Yep.
I play games on it, but we watch TV.
Right. And I mean, you can do that on the PlayStation as well, but
for some reason
you've always had your Xboxes out more. So you have the original Xbox, right?
I have a 360 and a Xbox Series X.
Okay. You have an Xbox One too, don't you?
We got rid of it, but we had one over time, yeah.
Okay.
And
see, I thought you had 3 systems right now currently.
No, just
4.
I have 2 Xbox 360s and 1 Xbox Series X.
Oh, okay.
But the cool thing about Xbox, and I always say this, is the backwards compatibility goes all the way back to the original. So
right.
I have games that date back. And just real quick, I like the 360 is my favorite system out of everything because we can play great games on it. That's the only thing I can actually say I get her to play on.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. I haven't got her on the Family Guy multiverse yet, but I'm about to get her on that later.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
But the Simpsons, that's that, and then the hit and run, the other Simpson games that are on it are fun. Right. So I'll say 360 is my favorite. Series X is cool because of whatever.
Now, you did tell me at one point that you might start becoming a PlayStation guy.
Oh, yeah. Can I talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
All right. So what happened is Spider-Man became exclusive on PlayStation. And anybody that knows me knows that my Marvel character is actually Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. And Sony has everything tied up from the movies to the games. So I went almost like 8 years without playing Spider-Man. And then all of a sudden, the games got cheap. Stacy got them for me. And next thing you know, I'm playing Spider-Man. So yeah, I might become a PlayStation guy. The second one is coming out this fall. So if that happens and nothing changes with the Xbox, I probably will jump ship because I actually like the way that they set them up. Sony has that thing on lockdown.
Right.
And with that Gran Turismo too. But that's another story for another day.
Well, that's what we got the Hogwarts on too. Initially was the PlayStation 5.
And I told you I was waiting to get it on the Switch. I don't even know.
I don't know why.
It don't come out till July.
We basically own every game that you can on the Switch.
Yeah. And we don't play it.
Right.
Like I just bought the new Zelda and I told somebody I'm not going to play it till September.
Right.
Back catalog. But I will say this about the PlayStation, and this is where I kind of view it higher than the Xbox on certain things. Their PlayStation 4 catalog that you can play on that PlayStation 5 is stronger than the Xbox One to me because I played my favorite game. Oh, that's what got me tied up in it. That freaking Fist of the North Star. Kenshiro. And if you don't know anything about that, talk to me outside of the show. But let's go ahead and do the review.
For what?
For these systems.
Oh, gosh.
So here's the first one I want to go over, and you give me your full opinion.
Okay.
Which system has the most playability? Like one system that you can just get around people and you're happy to play with people?
Nintendo Switch.
I think so. They made that.
It's always been Nintendo.
Yeah, because it's just fun.
Right.
Super Mario got it on lock.
Right, and they have an array of other stuff that you can do with it as well. Like, basically anything that's on one or the other, you can play on the Switch.
So true. And then also, can I ask you this? Were you into the Wii? The Nintendo Wii or the Wii U?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, we have one.
Yeah, we do.
I've had it forever.
And we don't have the bowling game for that. I don't understand.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I looked. We don't have Wii Bowling. I would like to
okay.
bring it back. That was fun.
Yeah. And you can do similar things like that on the Switch now too.
True. And the Just Dance, we bought them but never played them.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because they always drop to like $2 or $4.
Yeah, so they're comfortable. So what system do you have the most fun on when you're playing a game?
It's going to be the Nintendo.
Okay, so Nintendo's...
Well, when I'm playing with a group, I enjoy the Nintendo more. If I'm going to sit there and I'm going to play by myself on one of the systems, it's probably... See, that's a tough one because we don't have our system set out to where they're just easily accessible to where we can play. Now, if we had our wall built and our entertainment center set up the way I wanted it to, that'd be a tough call between the PlayStation and the Switch, because I can play Knack or Harry Potter or The Sims on the PlayStation, or I can grab the Nintendo and play Mario.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to throw one of the systems in the river, what's the first system that's going in the river?
It's going to be the Xbox. Sorry. Them controllers are confusing. The buttons are backwards.
Yeah, that is one thing. the Nintendo and the Xbox switch the buttons around.
Right, so the PlayStation kind of lines up with the Switch. It's more similar to the Switch.
Yeah, but I want to say this. People that play PlayStation can't read. They use circles, squares, and X's and circles. So
I mean, most people that sit there on video games don't learn how to read until they have to read something on the screen.
Agreed upon. So a lasting effect that I want to leave here is what has been...
Hold on. So questions in reverse. Which one's your favorite system?
Overall, and this is crazy, the Nintendo Switch.
Okay. Which one would you rather sit there and play if you're going to play a game by yourself compared to games with somebody?
Oh, I'm going to jump on that Xbox.
Okay.
And that's only because my digital footprint from when I was a kid till now. I had all the Nintendo. The thing with Xbox is it's really not changed.
Right. And I guess it really depends on who you're playing with too.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to play a game with me, you're going to grab the Switch.
Right.
But if you're going to play a game with Luke, you're going to grab the Xbox because you guys are going to play wrestling.
Right. And not to take away, because wrestling is amazing on PlayStation also.
Right.
You just got to make sure you learn them buttons.
Right. So which one would you get rid of?
I mean, I'll punt the PlayStation as far as I can.
Okay, go ahead to your final thought.
And my final thought is this. In the composition of games, it truly depends on where you align with a main character. Because you play the Nintendo Switch, you got Crash Bandicoot and Spyro on there.
Right.
If you like Spider-Man, you go PlayStation.
Right.
If you like God of War, if you like Knack.
Right.
If you want a multimedia player system, just get an Xbox. Like, you can get an old-ass one for no reason.
You got that stuff on the PlayStation now, though. You're not going to sell me. Are there any video games exclusive to the Xbox?
There's quite a few, but none of them matter to me. Halo.
Exactly. So why wouldn't you punt the Xbox?
Because the Xbox, I can play backwards compatibility.
Okay.
I have nostalgic games that I can play on my 360 that I can't...
but... If money was no factor, could you buy those games and play them on PlayStation?
I'd have to get them for a PlayStation 3.
Okay, I have one of those.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. Money is no hindrance. Like it don't matter. All of the games that you play on Xbox, you can play on any other system, right?
To a certain degree, some of the
no, that's why I'm asking.
Oh no! Because back in the day, things were exclusive. Like SmackDown was on PlayStation, Raw was on Xbox. Two games that.
But do you actually play those video games?
Nah.
Okay, listen to my question.
Okay.
Are there any video games that you would play? You personally would play that are only available on Xbox?
No.
All right.
Them shits just look better.
You can't tell me that.
The new PlayStation looks like a spaceship.
Okay. It's nice. Yours looks like a cooler.
Yeah, it looks like something from Stonehenge, or like a piece of. It looks like art.
You even showed me a cooler that looks just like that thing.
Right, they do have a cooler.
Right.
So in closing, I'll just say this: I'm gonna ride with the Xbox because it's been with me. Maybe we have a love affair.
I get it.
And it's just one of those things where I play Splinter Cell, and Splinter Cell, to be able to play all those games across one system.
Yeah.
That's 6 games that I get to play. I can't do that on PlayStation 5.
Okay.
And I guess that's what it boils down to. Just to play that one singular franchise.
Okay. I think it's because you've been set in your ways your entire life.
Maybe.
That's all I got. I don't like that Xbox, so I'm gonna kick it down the street.
But I bet you she'll be watching TV on it later.
Nah, it's bedtime.